Welcome once again to Research Fantasy Presents our MLB DFS hitter pool for Wednesday, April 5th, 2017. These are three guys on FanDuel that I'm looking at that are either in good positions, underpriced, or might be low owned in tournaments that we might want to look at. Let's start things off. 2,300 from the Miami Marlins, JT Realmuto. So here's the thing with the Marlins. They're a team that's probably not going to get a ton of respect because outside of Stanton, and even really with Stanton, because you know what you get with him, there's just nothing that really pops or is really exciting about them. And as a result, people will constantly look at them, bypass over them, and I'm not doing it. I liked them on opening day against Strasburg. It didn't exactly work, though Strasburg was not able to put together a flawless outing against them. Tanner Roark is an average pitcher. He's only starting the second game for the Nationals because Max Scherzer had to wait about a week. So you're looking at realistically the third or maybe fourth actual pitcher in this pitching staff. I'm not afraid to target him. I'm going to have a lot of the Marlins tonight in my tournaments. Realmuto is a guy I like. I think he could hit the profile of Tanner Roark pretty well. I think he'll go under-owned. And bottom line on FanDuel, man, you're getting some cash savings at a position where people prefer in tournaments guys like Buster Posey, Wellington Castillo, Gary Sanchez, the guys who have that name value that could possibly get them the long ball. I'm willing to use death by paper clips tonight because I think that's paper cuts, not paper clips, death by paper cuts. Because I think that's how the Marlins are going to get it done. It's going to be a double here, maybe a home run, but you're not looking at a team that's going to just blow right through the competition. The Rockies didn't need that yesterday, and they were on a lot of the winning lineups, so I think you're good to go with Realmuto in tournaments tonight. Perhaps one of my favorite plays of the evening is going to be Bradley Miller of the Tampa Bay Rays. 3,100 on FanDuel taking on the New York Yankees. Yeah, it's tough to want to play the Rays after they derped it yesterday. Came through with nothing to show for us. Some really hard-hit balls off of CC Sabathia. Ricky Weeks was really disappointing to see him not get that home run because he was in my cash game lineups because his numbers just popped against lefties last year. I think tonight, Michael Pineda's pitching for the Yankees, so here's what you're going to get. 7 innings, 8-9 strikeouts, 1 run, or 3 innings, 2 strikeouts, and 8 runs. Michael Pineda, one of the most completely unpredictable, talented pitchers out there in the majors. Bradley Miller profiles really well to hit him. Has not gotten his season off to a rousing start. He should be back near the top of the order, hitting from the left-hand side of the plate, which is the side of the plate that Pineda struggled with the most in 2016. If Pineda is off of his stuff and if he is giving up runs, I think Brad Miller is going to be one of the main culprits. Do not sleep on Steven Souza Jr. either. Looking through the StatCast data, and I get that this isn't necessarily StatCast data specifically, but he's had like 14 hits against Pineda, 14 at-bats, 7 hits, all extra base hits. So just something to kind of think about there, and that's since StatCast data has been covering the data, so I don't know their whole history. All right, lastly, what guy am I looking to spend up on tonight in my tournaments? I'm going back to the well with the Rockies, who have treated us well to start things off, being outside of Coors, and that's going to be Nolan Arenado. I get that Wiley Peralta came back as a much better pitcher in the second half of the season, but let's not forget that he's not a great pitcher to begin with. That's great that he went from absolutely awful to just awful. Market improvements are good. He's not a guy that I really am threatened by. I get that he does do more damage with ground balls, but one thing you have to kind of stay away from is it doesn't mean a ground ball pitcher isn't going to give up home runs or isn't going to give up runs, because there was a reason Wiley Peralta was sent to the minors in the middle of the season last year. And it wasn't because they thought he was doing well but could get better. It was because he was doing horrible and they didn't want it to get worse. So to wrap it up today, top 3 hitters in tournaments: JT Realmuto, Bradley Miller, Nolan Arenado. Thank you for listening today. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Head over to researchfantasy.com. Sign up for our MLB mailing list. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Research and Win. And we'll see you again tomorrow.